For Paul Menard and the Richard Childress Racing Team.
You see, this fire really does flare up. Just, oh my goodness, what a
big swing at it. They're going to make a wedge adjustment, and they're also going to get a rubber out of the left rear. That's how much this car is wicked for Mark Martin. They've got to make the changes. Dave.
Trouble on pit road for Elliott Sadler.
This car was actually on fire for a second.
The damage on the front of the 19 car. They come out to him, and he's just sitting there. Here's the 14 car. Tony Stewart getting repaired. Jimmy Johnson down and away.
Now, one thing that could have happened with that collision was that Montoya pulled in off the racetrack and tried to pull behind the wall. Could have created a log jam and all these cars trying to come down pit road.
And Sadler happened to be right there, and watch the move.
Not sure exactly how this happened. You see Montoya there. Well, actually, it's not even part of it. It's just a stack up there with the 96. Yeah, but
Menard, Sorensen, Sadler, and Waltrip. That's the chain reaction there on pit road, and Elliott Sadler got the worst damage.
Yeah, I just looked up and saw this 19 car on fire, and then saw this 42 pull into the garage. I thought maybe he caused it, but he was no part of it at all.
Sort of fitting the way Elliott Sadler may have ended his year. He could not buy a break here in 2009.
They've closed the pit road now because of this, because they've got a car stall. Man, there's a teammate.
43 with a ton of damage also.
Man.
Reed Sorensen looking for a job for a ride in 2010. Final ride for Richard Petty Motorsports. And they're working on the 88 car, trying to get that repaired. You heard the report about the toe end being out of line because he's bouncing.
As the left tires are on for Stewart, he's down and away to Bill.
Jeff Gordon getting 4 tires, a fast stop, no chassis adjustment, just a little tight. He also got a fresh drain.
Oh, trouble on pit road, my goodness. Ward Burton has gone through Ricky Rudd's pit crew after contact leaving his stall.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness gracious.
I think Ward made contact with another car on pit road.
And we'll follow the stops first. Ross Chastain.
He got hit coming into his pit stall.
And you see him turned around. Absolute detriment to this team who had led. They wanted a little more on fire off, but Martin Truex Jr. not what they needed here late in the race, Marty.
And Rick, you called it live. It was definitely off the bumper of the 5. I don't know if Truex checked up more in the speed lane. See, he kind of is slowing down, obviously, in front of the 5. The 5 can't speed up. He'd be speeding on pit road. So drivers, what's the etiquette? Do you normally blend left earlier than you check up? I mean, it seems like an odd kind of stack. And then right here, great work by the pit crew. You see the jack get hit. So thankful this pit crew was heads up and had an escape plan. Very dangerous situation for the 19.
Yeah, I mean, great response by those guys, seeing it coming, jumping back over wall. That's the main thing. Nobody got hurt. That was really scary looking. But let's listen to what Kyle Larson was talking about.
910 to 19. He did, but he was going to miss his stall. He didn't turn it. Yeah, I thought he locked the brakes up in front of me, so I hope he's not mad at me.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. The 19 car didn't turn and blend toward the stall like he typically would, as if he might have realized that he was actually going by the stall. You can't, you would never really turn in that late, so I wonder if Martin actually drove up on the stall, almost missing it. And notice this or realize this at the very last minute. Slows down really quickly. The 5, he can't do anything about it. Ends up turning him around.
And I have to ask myself, as the sun starts to set, you're driving down pit road, looking into the sun, looking for your pit stall. Just wonder if he kind of lost track of where he was. Because I'm with you, Junior. Like, see all the other cars like the 1. You kind of blend left and then turn in. The 19, when he does get spun, I'm not sure he would have made the pit stall. Even anyway, there's no way he would have made it into his own pit stall.
Right. I think he's actually maybe missed his pit stall, just about missed it, and recognized it at the last second.
And if you're Larson, it's your job to be right on the rear bumper of that car in front of you. Watch the rear tires on the 19 car. Because you heard Larson say he thought he locked his tires up.
You see Martin the steering in Martin's car, though, is really subtle. It's not like a freak, reaction to missing your, I think Martin, maybe Martin turned in there thinking everything's okay. But it was just, you know, Martin wanted to do a 90-degree turn into his start.
I can't believe the caution hasn't come out for that. Oh, whoa, baby. Whoa. That tire just blew out.
Everybody's okay.
What happened here?
Trying to, wow.
No, missed it.
Oh, my goodness.
And that is a mess.
But thank goodness for the barrels, though, because look how much damage that truck would have had he hit the end of that concrete wall.
That was when most likely your crew chief called you to pit road really late, and you thought you could make it. But there's marbles down there and sand and grit, speedy dry, and he couldn't turn. And that thing weighs at least 400 pounds.
How about it, Matt?
Great observation, Michael. That's exactly what happened. Jeff Stankiewicz asked him, what happened to you on the entry? He says, you guys called me so late. I tried to turn, and the truck just started to skate, and it wouldn't turn, and I nosed in.
Yes. Yes, he did. I can't believe there's not more damage to that truck. That's crazy.
Yeah, thank goodness that the racetrack saw fit to put those barrels at the end of that wall.
Boy, and that is significant damage to the front end, and as you said, it could have been a lot worse.
Well, he's running 50 or so miles an hour, and he comes to a dead stop.
Here's Dave.
Audibles being called, shouting on the crew here, but they take the command. Oh, it comes down off the jack. 22 off the jack on the left side, and they're going to lose any time they thought they might gain. A lot of time being lost on pit road right now. They're still trying to get the car off the ground. The crew lifting it, trying desperately to get this car where they can get the jack back under it, lift it back up. They've got the flat jack in there now. And finally, the opportunity to put the left side tires on. Disaster for the 22 on pit road, Alan.
Jack it up.
It's been a clean race for these teams all day long, but now when it counts the most, problems on pit road for Logano's team. I talked about there being 29 cars on the lead lap. He's going to be at the back of all of them. From 6th place.
Be interested to know, was that Denny Hamlin's call or Darian Grubb's call to stay out there? He darted back onto the track right at the very end. Could be the winning move.
Look at that. Banging on the steering wheel.
I almost question the decision to even take 4 tires right there. Ryan Newman's team came in, they got 2 and back out.
Truex Jr. All right, I'm going to come early, get those new tires, try to get an advantage, Kelly.
Because he's still struggling to get the handling on the 78 car. He said he was loose getting into the corner, but then tight on load up. They're going to take more Packer out of the front of this car. Martin said he could drive it at about 98% and get a decent lap. You see it's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires, and you see the flames go up there as they were fueling the car. And those flames continue to burn as the 78 drives off. Mike, you saw that fire on the 78 car, Martin Truex Jr., as they were refueling, and the gas man had to back away. Well, just moments ago, Cole Pern saying we're probably not going to be full here, so if this race continues to go green, it could force their hands to pit earlier than they would have won.